Hello and welcome to the first of what I hope will be many Tamar Bushcraft videos. Today I'm going to talk about fungus, different types of fungus and how that can help you in firelighting. So I hope you enjoy. Welcome. The first fungus I'm going to talk about today is King Alfred cake. Tinder fungus, char fungus, coal fungus. They've got lots of different names, but they grow on dead ash trees all over the UK and are a really useful addition to your bushcraft kit. If I break this open, see all the rings inside. If you land a spark from your ferro rod on there, that'll burn away nice and slowly, nicely, enough to put into your tinder bundle and blow it into a flame. I've used these relatively successfully, powdered up in the Rudiger roll friction fire method. So yeah, they're bushcraft staple really, the King Alfred cake, really useful thing to have. The next fungus I'm going to talk about is amadou. Lovely, soft and fluffy, quite delicate. Comes from the horseshoe fungus. Unfortunately, as I live in Devon, there's not a lot of horseshoe fungus in Devon, if at all. So I have to buy this in. So that could be construed as cheating. But anyway, this is from the top layer of the fungus. You have to process it down and boil it and soak it for hours and hours and days and days and days. And then you have to tease it and roll it and bash it. And eventually it makes this velvety, leathery sheet that takes a spark from flint and steel, from ferro rod. Also works well with iron pyrite. If you take a saw blade and rough it up, you make like a fluffy downy substance. That'll take a spark with iron pyrite and flint relatively easily. It's again, it's a nice one to have in your kit. If you can process your own, even better. It's free then. So if you're in Scotland or Russia or Canada or somewhere where this grows quite well, then you're on to a winner really. Right, here we have some chaga fungus. It's quite woody. Again, grows on birch. Birch is the wonder tree when it comes to firelighting. Again, I have to buy this in. Unfortunately, in Devon, it's not a thing down here. But in my opinion, this is the god of the firelighting funguses. It is just fantastic. It apparently you can crumble it down and makes a nice tea. Never tried that. Maybe I should. But yeah, that is wonderful fungus for firelighting. With friction fire with a hand drill, just straight into the fungus. No need to cut a notch or anything like that, and it'll smoulder away for quite a long time. Actually, it's once it gets going, it's quite hard to put out, which is really good, really. And if you, I don't know if you can see this, but if you can powder it down, if you get a rough abrasive stone, you can powder it down, and that'll take a spark from iron pyrite, or you can put it into a Rudiger roll if you so wish. But yeah, it's for me, this is my favourite fungus. It's just unfortunate can't find it in my locality. Right, what I have here is a dried birch polypore mushroom. Now this does grow around me, does grow in Devon and most of the UK, I'm so led to believe. Now traditionally these have been used as a tinder extender. So you get your ember, put it on a dried bit of this, and it'll smoulder away nicely, nice and slowly, and give you a bit more time to deliver your, get your tinder bundle together. And I mean, some people think that the people in prehistoric times used to use this to transport fire, which is feasible, I suppose. Never tried it, but yeah. But I've had a play with these, dried them out, and if you get an abrasive stone, it's a bit of sandstone I found at the beach, rub it on it like I've done here. You can see it's scalped it down a bit. You get this lovely sort of white downy substance, which it's hard won, but you can catch a spark on with iron pyrite. Hopefully it'll work for you today. It is hard won. It does take a while, and it takes a while for the ember to form hot enough so you can transfer it to a tinder bundle to blow into flame. So you have to be a bit patient with that one. But I'm quite excited about that because it's a common one near me, and it's easily dried. I've brought these in the house, put them in the freezer to get rid of any bugs or anything on them, and then take them out and dry them. And then, like I've done here, grate it down, and you get that nice downy substance. The next one, again, grows nationwide, I believe, including here in Devon, is the artist fungus or the artist bracket. Now this is one I sort of I came to find through experimentation. It looks a bit like a horseshoe fungus. It grows a lot more irregular, and is found on various hardwood trees. This one came off an ash tree, and if you look, the brown bits, it's got that amadou-y type stuff, and I thought, well, what happens if I process that just like amadou? So I did. It's a lot harder to sort of process than amadou, because it's got these layers, whereas amadou has a load of gills and a layer on the top. This has got like layer of gills, the amadou-y layer of gills, amadou-y layer. So it's hard to process. So anyway, I processed that, boiled it down for hours and hours and hours, and then pounded it and whatnot like you would with amadou, and I got this. It's a lot darker than the amadou, as you can see, a lot of chocolatey brown. It's also a lot more brittle. No matter how, you can't stretch it like you can the amadou to sort of fluff it up. It's a lot more of a sort of rough and ready substance. So that I haven't, might do. If there's someone out there who has, please let me know, but I've not managed to catch a spark on that. But what I have done, if you run a saw across it, it fluffs it up, and you get again like this beautiful downy substance. Now that takes a spark quite nicely. So that's the artist fungus. It's as again, like I say, quite common, so it's a good one to know about as a sort of amadou alternative if you live like me in the south of England, where there's no amadou, there's no chaga. It's useful to know what's around you and what you can use. Thank you for watching. I hope that's taught you something. If anybody knows of any other fungus out there that is good for firelighting, especially in the UK, please let me know. I'm always happy to learn about new natural tinder substances. If you enjoyed what you watched, if you give me a like on Instagram or Facebook, just search Tamar Bushcraft. I think it's Chris at Tamar Bushcraft on Instagram. And give me a like there. I'd appreciate your input and your following. Thank you.